You know, we're not unbeatable, I know that. We just haven't been beaten yet. And if we continue to do our job and we continue to focus on excellence and don't let ourselves slip back, then we will be difficult.
Magandang araw mga kaabante, I'm Sarah Astido, your Queen Bee, Queen Basketballera. Muli tayong nagbabalik para sa mas minasaya at mas minagandang sport talakan. Tumutok lang kayo dahil tatalakayin natin ang makabuluhang post sa ating Post of the Week. Makakasama rin natin ang ating guest na Ateneo Blue Eagles at kulitan kasama sina Mark Pingris at PBA Commissioner Willie Marshall. So punta tayo sa ating Post of the Week na galing kay Snow Badwa. No truth to reports circulating that Rain or Shine tried to acquire Christian Standhardinger from Northport. So ayun nga mga kaabante, hindi nga lilipat si Standhardinger. Mananatili siya sa Batang Pier. At sa tingin ko tamang desisyon naman yun at mas maganda yung playing time niya doon. Kasi dito mas nagagamit siya mas napapakita niya yung gilas niya. Kumbaga hindi nasasayang yung talento niya. So steady na lang muna siya sa Northport. Ayan mga kasama naman natin ang Ateneo Blue Eagles. Ay mga kaabante, kasama na natin ang coach ng Ateneo Blue Eagles. Walang iba kundi si Coach Tab Baldwin. Hi Coach!
Hi Sarah, how are you?
Good, how about you Coach?
Very good, very good.
Hi Coach, can we start the interview now?
Sure.
Coach, your team is full of talents. So how do you manage their playing time?
That's a difficult question. You know, I've told the players many times that 200 doesn't go into 16 very easily. So there's 200 minutes in a game of basketball. And we have 16 players on the roster, and you just can't give all of them what they deserve, you know. So some players really have to manage themselves because there's disappointment when you don't get to play as much as you would like to, and you know, it's part and parcel of what happens in the UAAP roster, and all the coaches face it, all the players face it. So you just have to, you know, you counsel the players that don't play as much, and help them to prepare for the future when their opportunities will be better.
So Coach, was there a time that one of your players complained about their playing minutes?
No, I think we head that off, you know, by talking about it before, you know, they get to the point where they don't understand why they're not playing. We always communicate with the players, and it's not easy, you know, when a guy thinks he should be getting more minutes than what he's getting. But again, you know, I think the relationships we have in the team, I think communication with the players and making them understand that they have to fight for every minute that they get. They have to be competitive always, and nothing in the team is guaranteed. You know, we believe that the guys that are playing the minutes are the ones that deserve the minutes. So if you're not, you just haven't, you know, outfought somebody who has earned it. And it's arbitrary because it's really my decision. But if we have good relationships with the players and we trust one another, then generally we maneuver those waters effectively.
So your players should like improve their routines, their system.
Absolutely. I mean, our whole program is built on individual player development, not on team success or championships or anything like that. So we're always measuring our players, and we have standards by which we measure them. So it's not like the only thing we talk about is how I feel. You know, we also have, you know, measurable standards, and these are the things that also contribute to the decisions that go into who plays.
So is it hard to please you?
Yes, and I think it should be. I think that if they understand that the two biggest competitors in their life must be themselves and me, then it makes all the other teams that we play, the UEs and the NUs and the USTs and all those teams, maybe not as intimidating and not as tough. Because if we, in our own environment, we demand extremes from our players, I don't think it's very often that our opponents demand the extremes. So our goal is to try and make practices, the relationships we have, the demands that we have tougher than our opposition.
That's why you're unbeatable, Coach. 14-0.
Well, you know, we're not unbeatable, I know that. We just haven't been beaten yet. And if we continue to do our job and we continue to focus on excellence and don't let ourselves slip back, then we will be difficult to beat. And if in the end nobody beats us, then that will be something we'll be very proud of.
So, Coach, you've been coaching Ateneo for a few years now. So, what do you consider as your biggest accomplishment?
Oh, I don't measure accomplishments. The game of basketball is for the players. So, my job is to help them. And I think if there are any accomplishments, it would be that if you talk to the players, they say, well, I'm a better player because Coach Tab was my coach. I think that would be the accomplishment that I'm looking for, and hopefully it's there with most or all of the players.
Because, Coach, let's go back to your record. 14-0. Can you say that you've encountered some disappointments this season?
Constantly. Constantly. Because, again, we don't measure ourselves against our opponents. We measure ourselves against what we believe our standards of excellence are. And we rarely measure up to that. So we are disappointing ourselves quite often in our attempt to be excellent, our attempt to be perfect. And I think that's the way it should be. These are young players. Imagine if, the first mountain you ever climbed was Mount Everest, and what do you do from there, right? So we don't want them to think that they've accomplished a lot yet. We want them to understand that they have a lot of growth and development in their own personal games.
You cannot be satisfied with what you did today, so you must improve yourself tomorrow and the other day. You need to excel more each and every day.
I don't think my job is to be satisfied.
As a coach.
Yes. Yes. I think my job is to always be a little bit disappointed, a little bit frustrated, a little bit discouraged, which keeps me motivated to continue to find ways to help them improve. And as long as I'm doing that, I'm doing my job. And so far, they've given me plenty of reasons to feel frustrated and discouraged. So, I mean, we have a good working relationship, and we're not built around the coaches being cheerleaders for the players. We're critics. And the players give us free rein to do that because they want to be better.
Players need criticism. Good criticism.
In our environment, they get plenty. And so, that's how we build our model. We don't do a lot of cheerleading. We continue to highlight to the players things that they need to improve on.
Better themselves every day, each and every day.
That's the goal. That's the goal, to come to work and try and leave practice at the end of the day a better basketball player than you were at the beginning of the day.
One big fight.
That's right, one big fight. One big fight. One big fight.
So, Coach, you're a champion coach. So how can you define a real champion?
I think there's a lot of ways to do that. Obviously, if you're holding the trophy at the end of the year, that's one way of doing it. But personally, I believe that you have to be a champion person in order to be a true champion. I don't think that being on a winning team makes you a champion. I think that you have to be a great teammate. I think you have to be determined to make yourself better, make your teammates better through all of the work that you do. And I think you have to be more interested in your teammates and their success than you are in your own. Because if you're a champion only in your own eyes, then you're not really a champion. But if you're a champion in the people's eyes who matter, then I don't think it means you have to be holding the trophy up. I think you're truly a champion in that sense. So again, what are the standards that you live by? What is the world that you live in? What does it demand of you? And if it demands an attitude, a mentality, and a performance of excellence and sacrifice for your teammates, and you do that, that's what a champion is.
That's why Coach Tab is a champion coach.
Thank you, sir.
So, Coach, can I ask this question? UP or UST?
We don't really know, and it doesn't really matter what we prefer. We're going to get what we get, right? So we just have to sit back and watch. I thought UST's performance was, really outstanding, and if you watch those games very closely, Coach Io runs every aspect of that team. They're very disciplined. He calls all of their plays on offense. He calls all of their defenses. Every possession. And so they are really tuned into their coach, and they do everything that he wants. and UP has to figure that out. But certainly UP has the ability to do that. So it's going to be very interesting on Wednesday, and we'll see from there who we face on Saturday.
Saturday is the first game. Let's see if USC or UP will face the champions in Ateneo. One last question, Coach. Do you see yourself as a full-time PBA coach?
PBA or UAAP?
PBA coach.
You mean in my future? I don't really know. I'm not really, I don't have my vision outside of what I'm doing now. I work for a great organization. I work for MVP, who is passionate about basketball, and he's given monstrous amounts to the sport for the welfare of the game. I think he's a great person, and he's a great basketball person. So, why do I have to look beyond what I'm doing now? If he thinks that my future should be there, then he'll discuss that.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you,
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Alright.
Mga kabante, kasama natin ngayon si Mike Nieto. So, Sir Mike, 14-0 kayo, pero sino ba yung kinukonsider mo as hardest player to defend or hardest team to face?
Well, as of the moment, of course, we're looking forward to a matchup against UST or UP. So actually, it's either hardest to defend siguro, neither both of them kasi I can't choose between the two of the best top teams in the UAAP. Diba kasi sila ngayon naglalaban for a final slot, so hindi ko masabi talaga kasi UST fast gun, sila more on transition offense sila, and then pagdating naman sa UP, of course, you can't take away the talent that team has. Diba? So as of now siguro, we're gonna watch the game on Wednesday, and then starting on Thursday, we're gonna start preparing for them kung sino man makalaban namin. And siguro kasi both of those teams malakas So hindi ko talaga mapili kung sino yung hardest team here in the UAE.
Kasi ito, 14-0 kayo, and pangatlo pa lang kayo sa history na nakakagawa nitong record ito. So how does it feel to be part of this?
Well, of course, we're blessed and grateful for this opportunity. Diba, na sabi nyo nga po na pangatlong team pa lang po kami na na-accomplish nito. But at the same time, I think it's just the result of our hard work. Especially during the off-season with Coach Tab. We've really had we've had hard practices that last for about 3.5 hours to 4 hours. So a lot of sacrifices has to be made during those times, and even during the season. So of course, players ang napapansin, but we have to mention the coaching staff also. Kasi grabe rin yung paghihirap nila mag-scout ng kalaban para pagdating ng game, alam namin yung tendencies ng mga makakaharap namin. So of course, I'm grateful, but of course, like what we always say during practice, the mission isn't done yet. So 2 more wins para masabi namin na kami nga yung best team in season 82.
Sa Saturday,
Starting sa Saturday.
Game 1 na. Pero, binanggit mo nga yung coaching staff and then si Coach Tab. Kamusta ba si Coach Tab as a coach?
Well, I really can't describe how lucky we are to have a coach like Coach Tab Baldwin. Diba? Sabi nga nila bago dumating si Coach Tab, kasi I was part of the team that lost in the Final Four before the Coach Tab era, and sabi nga nila dark ages yun, and then Coach Tab made gave Ateneo 2 straight championships already. So we're just lucky and blessed to have Coach Tab as our head coach, and if you have a coach like Coach Tab that wants you to be great in college basketball but wants you to be better in the professional league, well, you hit the jackpot already, and that's what happened to us. Diba? Especially for me, for Coach Tab trusting me to be the team captain for about 3 straight years already. I'm just lucky and blessed to have Coach Tab as my head coach.
Kasi magaling ka rin naman ng player. Sobrang nakita namin kung paano ka kanina sa practice. Pero pwede pa namin mahingi yung comment mo kasi si Chief Justice Josdado Peralta, sabi niya, kayang-kaya daw lang pasuhin ng UST ang UP and Ateneo. So, comments mo on that?
Siguro, I really have no comment regarding that kasi we're just focusing on our main goal. And siguro, a lot of people have been saying a lot diba, about the UP-UST game. And siguro as Ateneans, as players under Coach Tab, we're just focusing on the next game. Diba? We're gonna focus on Wednesday on who's gonna be our matchup in Game 1 on Saturday. And we're just gonna be excited to face them. And you know what, an opportunity again to be in our 4th consecutive finals appearance. So we're ready for more, and we're gonna be ready come Saturday.
Pag-usapan naman natin yung magiging career mo sa professional. Meron ka na bang plano kung kailan ka magpapadraft sa PBA?
Actually napag-usapan na rin namin yan. After the season, gonna apply for the PBA already. Kasi of course, every player's dream is to be part of a team in the PBA, and hopefully I can achieve my goal. And my father's dream also to play in the PBA.
So meron ka bang kino-consider as your dream team sa PBA?
Dream team, wala po. I have no dream team. I'm just gonna promise the team that trusts me that I'm gonna give it my all, and I'm gonna do what it takes to win a championship for the team that trusts me.
So how do you prepare for this next step of your career?
Siguro extra training lang right after the season. We're not gonna rest kasi malapit na rin yung draft. The draft combine is I think December 4 and 5. Then the draft day is on December 8. So after the championship, after the finals, of course, looking forward, looking ahead, we're gonna train hard so that we can be in the early round of the draft.
Green or blue?
Blue.
Favorite shoes?
LeBron, any LeBron shoe.
PBA idol?
Roger Pugoy.
NBA idol?
LeBron James.
Hobbies besides basketball?
Studying
Wow!
and talking.
Morning or night?
Morning.
Dream country to go to?
Actually, I have a lot, but siguro just want to go back to the United States so that I can spend time with the mother side of the family.
So, 3 things you can't live without.
Basketball, my family, and family includes my twin brother, of course, and siguro God.
Okay. Go-to basketball move?
Spin move.
Pre-game routine?
Stretching with our physical therapist.
Hidden talent na pwede mong i-reveal today?
Hidden talent, pwede bang talking? Kasi I really love talking in front of a lot of people.
Public speaking.
Yeah, public
no?
speaking. So.
Eto, ano yung masasabi mong hashtag ng buhay mo ngayon?
Hashtag of my life siguro, never give up.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Good
Thank
luck
you.
kayo mga kaabante. Kasama na natin ngayon si 3rd year Ravenna. Hi, sir.
Hello, Sarah.
Thank you at pinaulahan niyo kami today.
Yeah, thank you for having me also. Walang problema.
Ito, ang ganda po ng record niyo sa UAAP ngayon. 14-0. Ano ba yung feeling na maging part ka ng ganitong team, ganitong kalakas na team, and unbeatable kayo this season?
Well, honestly, blessed lang talaga kami to be part of a great program handled by a great coach along with great teammates. And the most important thing doon is that we're all selfless. That's why the system is working kasi ang system namin is developed to playing with one another, playing for one another, and hindi lang para sa sarili namin. Pero pag naglalaro ka sa loob, yung feeling talaga paano ko magagawa yung play para sa teammate ko. So kumbaga pag tuloy-tuloy lang yun, tuwing nakikita namin yun, kahit sinong makapasok sa court, alam namin yung ganun din yung gagawin nila. Kaya talagang ang saya naman to be part of the team.
Ang ganda ng record niyo eh. Walang
Yeah.
makakatalo.
So yun, yung winning para sa amin, bonus na lang yun dun, dahil dun sa hard work na binigay namin, lahat ng trinabaho namin almost the whole year para lang mapakita yun in 14 games.
Eto, ngayong season ba, sino yung masasabi mong biggest rival sa court?
Biggest rival sa court. Well, I think this year si Renza Bando and si Kobe. Para sa akin sila yung pinaka challenging depensahan para inside the court, and talagang binigyan naman nila kami ng hard time tuwing naglalaro kami. So, yun.
How about yung masasabi mo rin challenge ngayong season? Kahit sabihin na natin 14-0 kayo.
Well, I think it's more of a challenge than what people think. Inisip nila na kada na nanalo kami, mas dumadali yung laro. But in fact, it's the contrary. It's baliktad. Yung kabaliktaran kasi kada laro namin, yung pressure na bawal kami matalo is building and building and building tuwing nananalo kami. So hindi siya dumadali kada laro. At hindi rin naman dumadali yung kalaban kasi nakikita rin nila tuwing laro namin kung ano yung mga pwede nilang i-exploit, kung ano yung pwede nilang i-attack dun sa sistema namin para makagain ng advantage. So, trinatrabaho din namin yun every single game. Kada panalo namin, mas mahirap nga yung practice. Tinuturos na kung makikita lang ng mga taong paano magpatakbo ng practice sa All-Star, makikita nila na galing nga talaga.
Nabanggit nga ni Coach na minsan, ay saka ni Mike, na minsan 3 to 4 hours yung practice niyo. So, paano mo pa nababalance yung academics mo and then itong career mo sa basketball?
Well, swerte naman ako kasi nakapag-graduate na ako last semester. And right now, tinitake up ko yung MBA program ko. So, my business degree. And Tuesdays and Saturdays lang yung class ko.
So maluwag.
So, medyo maluwag naman. Di siya tulad ng lahat ng mga teammates ko na hectic talaga yung schedule nila. And yun, napagdaanan ko rin naman yun. Pero as a student athlete, ang pinaka-importante is na tinuuna mo lagi yung academics mo. And kasi natutunan ko yan nung freshman year ko sa college, hindi ako pumasa sa kailangan na average. So, hindi ako nakalaro last year. So, di bali lahat ng itatrabaho mo kung hindi ka makakalaro dahil sa grades. So, yun ang para sa akin pinaka-importante that we handle lahat ng kailangan namin academically first before basketball.
Nakakatuwa. Nagpa-basketball ka tapos nagma-masters ka. Wow, ang galing.
Okay naman siya. Sana matapos ko nga.
Kaya yan. So this Saturday, game 1 na. Kung papipiliin ka, UP or UST?
Well, mahirap pumili kasi each team has its own pros and cons. Para sa akin yung UST mahirap dahil kumbaga araw nila, they shoot a lot of three-pointers in the game, they play very fast. So kung ganun sila kabilis, tapos pumapasok lahat ng tira nila, parang ang hirap nila kalaban. Whereas sa UP naman, ang dami nilang players na magaling individually, which you don't know rin kung sino yung puputok tulad last game. People really didn't expect na si Juan gagawa ng ganun kadami after playing in a season na wherein mas mababa yung sinuscore niya dun sa na-score niya in that particular game. So, parehas silang mahirap na teams and parehas namin talagang pinaghihirapan to prepare for either team.
So, abangan natin yan. Kung sino bang makakalaban ng Ateneo sa Saturday. Pag-usapan natin yung magiging career mo naman sa professional field. May dating pa ba sa'yo yung PBA?
Well, of course, growing up, pinapanood ko yung tatay ko na nagpa-basketball siya. Talagang lumaki ako sa PBA. Ngayon, nakita ko naman yung kapatid ko na naglalaro and he's really playing well in the league right now. Kaya naman, mataas pa rin tingin ko sa PBA. And I mean, yung decision naman, whether to get drafted or not, madali na lang yun once na magawa namin yung trabaho namin sa team. Kasi ayaw naman namin umalis ng talo kami. And ayaw naman namin to think so far ahead na hindi kami nakaka-focus dun sa task at hand, which is trying to win the finals for Ateneo on our last year.
So, kailan mo balak mag-draft? This year na ba? Or?
Wala pa naman. Yun tulad na sinabi ko kanina. We're trying to focus right now dun sa championship in preparation namin because we only have 6 days left para makapag-prepare para sa finals and yun tinatrabaho namin yun.
So mukhang madali naman sa'yo kasi napakahusay mong player.
Hindi.
Sure ako pag-aagawan ka sa draft.
Iba na pag PBA, professional na lahat, magagaling na talaga. So,
saka na doon, sa magagaling na yun.
No, wala pa. I have yet to prove myself if I make the decision to get drafted. And I know that PBA is such a tough league and wala talagang guarantee yun kahit maganda yung laro mo sa college na maganda yung ilalaro mo sa PBA. So, kailangan mo talaga trabahuin yun.
Pero hindi mo naisip mag-explore ng ibang leagues like MPBL or 3x3?
Well, we'll see. I mean, hindi naman magiging problema to make a decision for me once matapos na tulad na sinabi ko kanina, once matapos na yung championship. And we'll see na lang. I have to talk to certain people about it kung ano yung decision ko.
So, aabangan ka namin sa professional league.
Sana.
So, ito, gusto ko sanang mahingi yung comment mo kasi si Chief Justice Diosdado Peralta nabanggit niya na kayang-kaya daw lampasuhin ng USC ang UP and Ateneo. So, anong masasabi mo dito?
Well, I mean, kanya-kanya naman tayo talagang suporta sa team natin. Kahit ako, kung supporter ako natin, ganun din
Ganun
naman
din
yung iisipin ko. And everyone has a right to express their own opinions. And yun, para sa amin as a player, ang magagawa lang naman talaga namin is to prepare and to make sure na hopefully hindi mangyari sa amin yan. Kasi with the caliber of a team na yung nilalaro ng UST, kaya talaga nilang mag-run and gun eh. Na takbo lang sila tapos shoot ng 3 points, kaya yun talaga yung laro nila. So everyone, not just us, but pati yung UP, they need to watch out for that. So, yeah.
Green or blue?
Blue.
Favorite shoes?
Nike, Jordan 1.
Okay, napanood ko yung isang episode sa Closet Confidence. Ang dami mong shoes!
Yeah, yun talaga obsession ko.
Grabe, 300 ba? Ay, 700.
700. Yeah, 60.
Baka naman. Ano ba? PBA idol?
Current or all time?
Bakit po all time?
Ipinaliwanag, ngayon Jason Castro,
Bong Raven.
Bong Ravenna, of course. Kailangan, bawal. Ay, Keeper Ravenna.
NBA idol?
NBA idol. All time, Kobe. Current, Ja Morant.
Hobbies besides basketball?
Golf. I also like traveling, especially going to beaches and domestic tsaka international. Kasi mahilig ako sa beach. And traveling some more para sa akin yun talaga.
Morning or night?
Night.
Dream country to go to?
Dream country. Right now is hirap. Ang dami kong gusto puntahan kasi nga mahilig ako mag-travel.
Mag-travel.
Right now, probably, hindi na fast talk to, bagal ko mag-isip.
Okay lang yan.
Ang dami kong gusto puntahan. Probably Bahamas.
So, 3 things you can't live without?
My phone, my wallet, and my family.
Oh, family man. Go to
Gusto mo yung inuna ko yung phone tsaka
Phone
wallet ko
muna.
bago yung family.
Go to basketball move.
Dunk.
Dunk. Oh, kanina nakita ka namin yung dunk. So, pre-game routine.
I watched the scouting report, tapos I drink 1 liter of Gatorade. Yung 1.5, basta yung malaking Gatorade. Stay hydrated. And then in the morning, and at night, naghanda rin ako ng gamit ko for the game the next day. So, ganyan.
1.5 na liters ng Gatorade.
Yeah.
Ganun pala. Try natin.
Yun yung secret ko.
Ito, hidden talent po na pwede mong i-reveal today.
Today, right now, well, probably playing the guitar or DJing or...
Singing.
Ayun, yun ang wala ako. Hidden pa rin siya, hindi ko pa rin siya nahahanap eh. Pero tatry ko, baka sakali lumabas.
Mailabas. Ito po, hashtag ng buhay mo ngayon.
Hashtag on a mission.
Okay, thank you po.
Thank you.
so
Thank you,
much
Sarah.
po.
Thank
Panoorin naman natin kung paano inilabas ni PBA Commissioner Willie Marshall ang kanyang kulit.
Sa inyong palagay, ang uod ba pag namatay, inuud din?
Siyempre, kasi uud sa mga bulok. So, inuud din.
Nakita mo
Sa
na-
iba.
Hindi, pag uod, namatay, inuud din.
Oo, kasi uud siya. So, uud din.
Sa tingin ko,
Uud din eh. Hindi inuud, pero uud din. Tama.
ito,
Uud din eh.
pangalawang tanong. Pwede bang mag-tsaka tapat coffee break?
Pwede mag-tsaka. Kaya nga coffee break eh. Diba? Coffee lang. Tama.
Bawal tsaka.
May one. Tsaka break.
Tsaka break, pwede.
Coffee break lang eh.
Coffee break lang, wala tayong tsaka. Ang hirap naman, bakit asukal na pula ang Tagalog ng brown sugar?
Ito mo na. Hindi nila naintindihan.
Dapat,
Color blind ng mga Pilipino.
Ay, hindi, malito. Kasi ang sabi nila, bakit asukal na pula ang Tagalog ng brown sugar?
Mali.
Hindi naman brown
Hindi naman
sugar.
Tagalog
Pula.
yun eh. Hindi naman Tagalog ang brown sugar eh.
Tsaka pula.
Tagalog. Red.
Red. Pula.
Tama.
Hindi, meron pang tawag sa isang pula eh. Di ba? Asul. Tama. Pero brown sugar, hindi naman brown sugar. Wala, hindi naman wala.
Kaya nga bakit
Dapat ginawa nilang red sugar.
Oh, yeah.
Yan, so, mali yun.
Color blind ng Pilipino. Yun ang sagot ko. Ano ba?
Bakit kapag close kayo, open kayo sa isa't isa?
Close kayo. Siyempre, magiging open kayong dalawa.
Siguro may dalang mga susi ito.
Oo. Di parang ikaw, di ba lahat ng open?
Oo, dahil
Close eh.
tama.
Oo, tama.
Close kami ni Com dahil lagi ko
Pero
siya
hindi tayo
niliregalan.
open. Hindi tayo open pero close lang.
Close lang kasi lagi ko siya niregalan ng
Siya, close, yung iba, kaya open siya.
Oo, tama.
Oh, siya, ano ang pangalan mo? Sarah.
Sarah laging open, kami
Open
laging
dahil
close.
close sila eh. Tama.
So, maraming salamat guys.
Ayun nga mga kaabante, this time hindi lang kulit ng PBA players yung nakita natin, kundi yung kulit ni Commissioner Willie Marshall na kilala naman natin na seryoso. Kaya thank you, Com, kasi nakipag-cooperate ka sa amin. Bago matapos ang ating show, pasalamatan muna natin ang ating sponsor. Maraming salamat po sa Gatchalian Lechon located at EDSA Corner, Mayon Street, Mandaluyong City. Maraming salamat din po sa Catrion Wellness Clinic, Dr. Radier San Buenaventura Santos ng The San Buena Dental Clinic. Nais ko din po magpasalamat kay Dr. Richard Enrique. Muli ako po ang inyong Queen Bee, Sarah Asido, at ito ang Sport Talakan. Maraming salamat din po sa Catrion Wellness Clinic, Dr. Radier San Buenaventura Santos ng San Buena Dental Clinic. Nagpapasalamat din po ako kay na Dr. Richard. Kay Dr. Richard Enrique na